What is going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and today I'm bringing you guys a very special Wi-Fi battle. I had it against CrimsonCBAD, a very good friend of mine. He's in the GBA, coach of the Detroit Steel Wings. He's a fantastic dude. He's one of the nicest people that I think is in like the higher up community that I know personally. By higher up, I mean the people with like more subs and things like that. So I think that he's definitely worth you guys going and checking out if you haven't already. So if you haven't, please go over to his channel, like one of his videos, and tell him I sent you, because he's a fantastic dude. I love Crimson to death. But I'm having a UU battle with him, which is kind of weird considering the fact that I have like 2 RU mons. But my team is very strange. It's something that I don't really normally do. Don't really like to do a lot in most tiers except for UU, and that is just hyper offense. I love doing hyper offense in UU. I'm bringing a sub Nidoking, because Sub Nidoking can kind of sort of set up on a lot of like hazard leads or status ailments like Blissey and Rotom Wash and things like that, because they're forced to go for overheat. So I really do. Did I say Rotom Wash? If I said Rotom Wash, I meant Rotom Heat. But I'm also bringing a regular Mega Houndoom with Hidden Power Grass instead of Hidden Power Ice, because of Gastrodon and Quagsire and things like that. Fun fact: that Houndoom is actually the same one that I brought against Juancito Marvel in the PPL, so shoutouts to him as well. I'm also bringing a fully special Electivire with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Ice. I think this is a Life Orb set, and it's just there to gain me initiative, because I don't like a lot of the Volt Switchers in UU or RU, actually, like Magneton, Jolteon. I don't really like them all that much, but I love Electivire as a Pokemon. I'm also bringing Choice Banded Entei. This is the event one with extreme speed, so that's cool in case Mega Sharpedo isn't at full health and then I need to revenge kill him later on, I can. Choice Scarf Braviary with U-Turn, Brave Bird, Superpower, and Crush Claw. And I'm also bringing Choice Scarf Mienshao with with U-Turn, High Jump Kick, Drain Punch, and Knock Off. But basically the whole point of this team is just to U-turn until you can, or if you see something like a Blissey or a Rotom Heat, then you just sub up with Nidoking turn 1. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the match. So judging by his team, I kind of sort of have to assume that his Rotom Heat is bulky, he's Scarf Crocodile, and bulky Whimsicott. So like I said, I'm just going to set up a sub turn 1 so that way I can kind of sort of take this thing on 1v1 in case he wants to Will-O-Wisp me, which he does, and then I can just go for Sludge Waves, because nothing on his team wants to take on Nidoking's coverage. Even Crobat doesn't like taking Ice Beams, so if I go for a Sludge Wave and then an Ice Beam, I know it'll kill. So I'm going to go for the Sludge Wave. It's going to do a solid like 30% maybe. After leftovers, it's going to be closer to like 20. But either way, that's just enough to put it in Ice Beam range. I'm actually modest Ice Beam, so Ice Beam would have killed it no matter what. But he's going to go for Brave Bird. I know he's going to be Infiltrator. I did calc it. I can live if he's max attack Adamant. So I'm fine to live it no matter what, unless he was like Life Orb or something. But I'm going to go for the Ice Beam after I live the Brave Bird, and now it's even cooler because I still have a full health Nidoking behind a sub. So that means he has to go into something like his Porygon Z, which I think is actually Nasty Plot. But yeah, he actually is going to go into Porygon Z and not Crocodile, and I'm going to go for a Sludge Wave. I outspeed this thing, which shows me that it's kind of sort of slower, so it kind of makes me think it's adaptability, choice specs. And that's really, really interesting, because now I get to get off 2 free Sludge Waves, where if he was faster, I could only get off 1. So that's kind of important here. But because I am modest, max special attack, Life Orb, it's very hard hitting on his team. And he's forced to switch out and go into his Rotom Heat. Now, this is kind of sort of a problem, because I can't hit it with Earth Power, and 2 Sludge Waves won't take it out, so I just assume he's going to kill me with Overheat the next turn, or he could burn me if he expects me to switch out into like Mienshao or something like that to take the Overheat. But I kind of sort of just wanted to sack this thing off, so I'm going to go for another Sludge Wave, get off some more damage before he knocks this thing out, because I don't need it for anything else. I can't set up a sub anymore. I'm kind of useless. He's going to go for the Overheat, and he misses. Oh my gosh, so that miss actually mattered a lot, because right now I can get off another one and I can kill his Rotom, but if he had gone off the Overheat, he would still have his Rotom, and I wouldn't have my Nidoking able to still hit stuff like his Porygon Z or anything like that. He's going to go right into his Mega Sharpedo, though, go right for the Waterfall and kill me. So in the end, it didn't matter too much, but he would still have his Rotom that he could Pain Split on something if he had Pain Split or anything like that. So it kind of sort of sucked for him. He is going to get the speed boost. I know that my Braviary can still outspeed him, so that's very awesome for me, but I kind of sort of expect him to just go for the protect right here, and that means he's at +2, and then it comes down to whether I can live an Ice Fang or a Crunch. So I'm going to go for the superpower. He is protected, and I'm kind of sort of sweating it right now because Mega Sharpedo is a powerhouse. Mega Sharpedo is scary AF in UU. If you don't have something directly to counter it at +1 or +2, you're kind of sort of screwed, and there's not much that can counter it at +2. So he's going to Mega Evolve and go right for the Crunch. Now, this Crunch kind of sort of scared me, but I was like, come on, Braviary, you're a badass, and you live it at 19 HP. I go for the superpower and knock out the Mega Sharpedo. I am adamant, so that's really cool. We get the attack and defense drop, which kind of sort of limits what I want to do, because if he goes into his Crocodile and intimidates me, then I can't kill it. I also want to have this thing for Death Botter later on. So as he sends in his Whimsicott, I'm just going to switch out right away and go into my Electivire. I kind of sort of expected like a Stun Spore or something like that, so I couldn't be paralyzed, which is really nice. But he's actually going to go right for the Moonblast, and I assumed he was bulky, but as you can see, he is extremely offensive with Life Orb, and that's scary AF because Whimsicott is powerful. I hate Whimsicott as a Pokemon, but it is extremely powerful. So I'm going to go for another Moonblast and take out my Electivire, and just like the entire PPL season, Electivire did shit. So Pixie Dust is Life Orb. I think that Mega Houndoom is my best switch in here because I can just nuke it with a Fire Blast. Even if he wants to paralyze me, I would still have this thing dead, and then I could win with Mienshao because all he has left after this is his Crocodile and his Porygon Z. So he's going to go for the Stun Spore and misses as I go for the Fire Blast and miss. So it was a very productive turn right there. But he's going to go for the Moonblast this time, just trying to get off damage on me before he dies. And it's going to do about 70%, which is a lot, considering the fact that's a neutral hit. Like, Jesus. I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, and I do hit it this time. Mega Houndoom finally put on his glasses from the match with Juan. And I do get to kill the Whimsicott. Now, I'm actually going to pause it for a quick second. As he sends in, he's going to send in his Crocodile here, as you saw. He sends in Crockpot. Depending on if I see Intimidate or not, I can kind of sort of assume if he's Scarfed Moxie to sweep, or if he's just going to be bulkier, and I'm going to sack off my Houndoom, I think, no matter what, but I had to kind of sort of wait until I see the ability to really decide. So let's go ahead and watch the rest. He was going to send in his Crocodile, and he is Intimidate, so I kind of sort of assume that he's like bulky-ish and not Scarf. So I'm going to standing over the Fire Blast. Turns out I was right. He is not Scarfed, and I'm going to get off a lot of damage on this Crocodile, and I also get the burn. So I'm kind of sort of harassing him a lot as he goes for the knockoff, over-predicting slightly. And right now, Mega Houndoom is looking in the position to just sort of clean up this match with a Fire Blast again onto Crocodile, or I could go for Hidden Power Grass and a Dark Pulse onto Porygon Z. So I'm going to go right for Hidden Power Grass, and I'm going to pick up the kill on Crocodile. Now, the only possibility of him living this Dark Pulse is if he's like AV max HP Porygon Z, and he could be if he's like adaptability. So I'm going to go right for the Dark Pulse, and I kind of sort of assumed he was actually AV, but as you can see, the Dark Pulse takes him out, and Porygon Z does in fact go down, and that is the end of the game. I won, I believe it was 4-0, but it was just an awesome game in general. I had a lot of fun. I always have fun whenever I face friends that it's just friendly, competitive stuff like on Wi-Fi. I don't know why. It's always more fun to me than anything else, but with all that being said, guys, if you could, go check out Crimson's channel. Please make sure you leave a like down below for me. Also leave a comment as to whether you guys would like to see more Wi-Fi battles, just regular old Wi-Fi battles up on the channel. Because if you would, I can bring it. It's just up to you guys. I don't want to overload content, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!